Back in another life, I was responsible for iron melting at the Kohler Company, preparing iron for the iron tubs and for engine blocks that went into the Kohler engine. My boss, Art Stoner, who I will describe because I'm sure he's not with us anymore, he's much older than I was. To do a little prequel to this explanation, there were times when slag, that is the impurities in the iron, did not come to the surface. And when the final product was made, there would be defects in it because the slag, the impurities, were not skimmed off the top. My boss, Art Stoner, had one management technique. That is, he would walk out onto the floor and threaten everyone with their jobs and walk away. He did this whenever we got the slag that didn't come to the surface, and he thought that he was a wonderful manager because the problem would go away after he came in and threatened everyone with their jobs. I had some really good shift supervisors under me who suggested, and I agreed, that we do a little more investigation. So here's the shortest version I can make of what actually happened. It's common in Wisconsin that a storm will come through in the winter. After the storm leaves, the temperature drops dramatically and then gradually rises. Bringing scrap in for the tubs and the engine blocks, the scrap was dropped onto a vibrating plate that had holes in it, and the dirt from the scrap would drop through the holes, so the scrap would be relatively clean when we melted it. When the storm came and the temperature dropped, those holes froze shut, so the dirt went into the furnaces and was melted along with the scrap, and it was that dirt that caused the slag not to come to the surface. It had nothing to do with Art Stoner. It had nothing to do with how well the operators on the floor were doing their job. Without going through the whole explanation, we did some things to keep that from happening, and the problem went away. And Art Stoner thought he solved the problem, but he actually did nothing. It went away by itself and came again another time. We solved the problem so that it wouldn't come back because we were willing to ask questions, to dig deeper, to look for what is referred to as a root cause, and don't just assume that people don't want to do their jobs properly. I liken this on to TikTok commenters who accept evolution, who believe the Art Stoners in their lives and are not willing to take the time to think critically about what they're believing. I look at it and I say evolution cannot be the answer. There has to be something else. There just has to be. You can do whatever ad hominems you want to me. You can call me whatever you want. You can say whatever you want to me. It doesn't change anything. Truth is truth. Reality is reality. Entropy is what it is. Statistics are what they are. Biology is what it is. Paleontology is what it is. Isochron dating is what it is. If you're not willing to question any of that, I really have nothing else to say.